if you base your views having watched House of Cards, please, it's nothing like that, okay? Just know. It's like learning medicine from Grey's Anatomy.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Yi Heng. I'm a J2 student from Dunman High School. My question is a little more personal for Dr. Puthucheary. So actually my question is inspired by our discussion today on the plurality and diversity of viewpoints in parliament and politics in Singapore. And so my question to Dr. Puthucheary is, how do you find your role as the party whip for the People's Actions Party? And what value do you find in this role with regards to Singapore's larger political system? Thank you.
I don't know, does IPS lose all its funding if I answer a political question? Thank you, Yi Heng, for your question. The role of party whip is an interesting one, most of which I'm not really supposed to talk about.
Just tell us a little bit.
Yeah, well, the website says that I'm in charge of party discipline.
And what does that mean?
And organizing the government's business in Parliament. So I can tell you a little bit about the really boring stuff, which involves the spreadsheets and who's speaking for how many minutes of the parliamentary debate and in what order and so forth. First thing I should get actually fairly early on is that if you think that my role as party whip, if you base your views having watched House of Cards, please, it's nothing like that, okay? Just know. It's like learning medicine from Grey's Anatomy. You have a role of party whip because to be in a political party needs to mean something.
Yeah.
It cannot be a vehicle of convenience. It cannot be a badge of convenience. It cannot be merely an administrative function. And so parties have positions that they take. They have values that they espouse. They stand for something. Now, at the same time, within that, the party as a broad church, as an organization that brings together diverse views and provides a platform for settling that divergence of views. You've got to have your MPs, your stakeholders, your party activists, your cadres. People have different views about any issue that you can think of in Singapore. But you can't, as a party, stand up and say, I have no view. My members have many different views, I have no view. That's not a tenable position with which to give an accounting of yourself to the people of Singapore. And so you need a process where you allow for engagement, diversity, discussion, but then ultimately you need to come together. And once you agree to come together, what you don't want is then having everybody agreed, consensus is built, this is the line that we're going to take, you step outside. Well, you were at the committee, you've agreed, now you step outside. Please, you've got to play on the same side. You are a member of this party, you stand for our values, and you uphold a certain standard. So part of my role is making sure that tension between a platform for debate, discourse, development of new ideas, driving the agenda forward, and a sense of cohesion in order to get something done. Because absent that last bit, you spend all your time bickering internally about whose views matter and whose views don't matter, and then you cannot come together and implement and execute and improve people's lives. So that's one of the reasons why it's not just party discipline put on the website, but you need a process. Now, the thing that I don't do is literally walk around with a whip and crack it. Let's be very clear. I have to engage with our members of parliament, our party membership. I have to help them do what I've just described. I have to help them understand that need for shift towards consensus, that need for shift towards implementation and execution. At the same time, I have to protect their space to have those views aired. And that is a trade-off between the two. We're not going to get anything done if I tell them you can't say anything in Parliament or I provide them with a script. I have to provide them the space and time to be able to air that diversity of views, have that debate and that discourse. So it works in both directions.